How about 28? So what's the character for you here?
It's a little more excited. Moving forward. Energy.
And does this excitement also have a character to it? I give you one. I would say it's a bit reproachful. With a little uncomfortable, I told you, or something like that. And for you, it's a bit... Especially this. Yeah, he gives you only one accent. That's in the beginning, and then a slur here where you. And this certainly needs to be a word. My luck is running away, or whatever this could be. But we have no words that go that have their emphasis on the second syllable, and it's important that. And then one notices. And then he turns it around. It becomes into a joyful gesture. And we need to be able to follow the composer on all those tiny things they change in the music. Yeah? Okay. So. Yeah? And once cut out the accent on the next one. Ya di da 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 di da da. That's better. Now, as a teacher, I would say, careful not to do. But really legatissimo in where it is, and for the C, if it's reproachful, it wants the friction, and you play better. Which is also sounds good. But if our character would be a bit more darkish, then don't go with the ball. But, and the better, the more we will feel then the difference in the moving fast bow in there. And then he really means business. Good. And next thing then, it sounds a bit like you're the main voice here when you start. Yeah, and I think when the... This is how we make people listen to him. Yeah, we have all the concentration. Yeah, and then you may speak a bit more freely, but this and changing the bow is it's distracting, and it's also it doesn't focus us. It sounds then like before, you're in a completely different role. So maybe imagine oboe from far away, which it draws attention, but especially if it's very different. It's a sound of nature and getting closer, and then you can also do the crescendo. 37. But then you would have to, yeah, in the beginning, just don't use your bow. Same place once more. Yeah, and subito piano. Oh, I didn't mean to menace you. Yeah. You're still secondary voice, of course, even there, but maybe before it was the oboe, now the flute. Ya da da dum, ya da da da. Nochmal, directly on the. No, that's too fast, the bow. Yeah. And you have to, it will not work if you don't start. Yeah. And then you can, yeah, it has safe here. Read carefully. We have an accent, non. Yeah, this is the whole story. Is of course in these details. So reproach for again, nothing, and then seductive. Yeah, three very different characters. Practice this. That your arm allows to be at the frog and slow. And now 43, sorry. Legato. Can you do once more? You do da ya da da ha di da da da. No, non portamento, please. And now you have to be in the same way careful to play. Maybe like little bells, but not with crescendi. So you're the secondary voice, and you have to just project to us. It doesn't have to be loud, but it was. Now you are the top voice.
Right there.
Okay, and the harmonic relation between your two entrances is 1/5, whereas I think we start, of course, in the one, and then so that it becomes a dialogue of. In the beginning, I meant when I say a phrase to the 5, of course, it doesn't always mean that then the third measure has to be loud. But it can be anything, but it needs to be meant as a 5. And the same goes for here. Yeah, you be aware that you are contradicting in some thought to his. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, and I hear there is where the accent is. It's a nanu, it's an element of surprise in there. That's a tiny bit disappointing. I don't. There is, for me, a little more trouble, a little more action still. Of course, in the end, but this way, you feel all the energy is going down so quickly. Yeah, this can be still more for. More fun in the way you come in. Yeah, it's a that's why you have the rest in the beginning. So it's like a sudden thing. Yeah, or he would have written. And then for the last one. Yeah, nochmal. maybe try to not. Yeah, the whole beginning is already. And musically, not so strong for me. Yeah, to enjoy the virtuosic moment there. Can we go from 64? Loud. With the bowing under, I'm missing a bit of the sweetness of the tone. If you can do it up there, it's great. But this way, it's also a bit self-conscious. And before, when I would hope for even more sweetness in that. And it's again something about the vibrato. Yeah. If that could be wider. Are you trying to tell us something? What could it be then? Time's up. Well, we almost got through a tiny bit of it. In the Dwermes, it was the same kind of thing. If this played, and he does so. But as a harmonic function and as a secondary voice, somehow you'll figure it out. Yeah. Good. Wonderful playing. It sounds really good. Thank you.